Hello everyone, I'm Mariam Merzbani, an architecture PhD student at Okan University in Istanbul, Turkey. I'm a graduate of architecture and urban planning and a researcher. Sustainability is one of the area of my interest. Well, I'm recording this video to introduce my research project of the course called it environmental analysis and evaluation in fall 2020. Uh, a special thanks to my professor, Dr. Halil Smith Yerlis. The name of project is Green Museum and Traditional Architecture, evidence from the Istanbul Archaeological Museum. And here, as abstract, the purpose of this study is to revise and identify the characteristic of Green Museum and to study possibility of renovation of old buildings as Green Museum. Sustainable museum industry formed in the 21st century and growing very fast. Nevertheless, there is disagreement within the different theories and rating classes approach on what a green museum is and what it should practice. It's learned that generally most of classes follow some of three sustainable pillars, namely environmental features, economical aspect, and social structure. This study demonstrates that most of traditional museums previously applied standard of sustainable rating classes and can certify green if they willing to manage minor enhancement. This research and proposal studied Istanbul Archaeological Museum, the first museum of Turkey, as evidence and proposed several modifications to becoming green. The number of museums is around the world is increasing very fast due to tourist culture. Um, it's increased from 22K in 1975 to 95K in 2020. Green museums are receiving much attention nowadays. I mean, there are many different type of the museum, but the attention to green museum is due to importance of sustainability. A green museum is a museum that incorporate concept of sustainability into its operation, programming, and facility. There are many different certification programs around the world, but LEED and BREEAM are the two lead of worldwide accepted certification programs. As of December 2020, among around 95K existing museums around the world, only 127 are holding LEED certificate. It's interesting that 112 of them are in USA and the rest around the world. There are 16 museums certified by BREAM, which is British system, 8 of them in UK and other 8 in the Netherlands. So as we can see, we have only most of those certified museums are in USA, UK, and European country. And, the concept of green museum is not well known in other parts of the world and more investigation is required. According to many scholars, sustainability has three dimensions of uh, economic, social, and environmental parameters. Well, when we are talking about the environmental feature, which is, very interested and get attention in architectural field, and urban planning. Each green museum has been practicing applies some criteria like eco-friendly buildings, outdoor spaces, I mean, lighting, lighting is one of the most concern area of the museum. They advise to use natural light or smart lighting. Then green roof, recycling materials, green power, wastewater, and local material. Uh, about the economical aspects, although the role or the most important role of the museum or cultural role, but there is a connection between museum activities and the formation of regional tourist income. Most museums and galleries draw on a variety of income streams, including government support, private investment, individual giving, and earn income. In return, museum and galleries generate vast economic benefits through areas such as jobs, tourism, cultural tourism, inward investment and regeneration. About the social structure and identity and activities of the museum, sustainability can be seen as relating to three aspects, included in most museum missions. So missions, in most of the museum mission, they refer to field of the research, purpose of public service, and the mandate for education. Many green museums use their collection to produce exhibitions, events, classes, and other programming to educate the public about the natural environment. Green Museum promote a culture of sustainability, culture forms, and hold humanity's deepest value, attitude, and actions. California of California Academic of Science combines education, outreach, and research in innovative way that appeal to visitors from around the globe. The indoor rainforest aquarium and natural history museum combined offer practically countless exhibits on the natural world, conservation, sustainability, and environmental stewardship. And the second museum, again located in United States, is Natural History Museum of Utah. Is dedicated to preserving artifacts and educating visitors about the relationship between human and natural world. Here we have some example of the certified uh, Green Museum. One is California Academy of Science by signature green roof. Here we can see in the slide that it has, very nice green roof, provided energy, controls wastewaters, and serves as a place to nourish various plants. The green roof also reduce their energy requirement by keeping the building cooler. We have here also, again, another Museum of Liverpool in United Kingdom. Because of I bring it here because of the energy efficiency they use. It's successful sample of green museum with energy efficiency and the reduction of the carbon emission was the primary concern of the designers, and their CHP system is among the best of the generating both electricity and building heat through the same mechanism. The use of the combined heat and power CHP system, which is a biofuel and natural gas cogeneration system suited in an existing building next door. They improve thermal transmittance U value of the glazing and of the building in general, combined with the smart lighting system, have all helped the Museum of Liverpool cover more than 35% of British sustainability laws. We have another museum example here. It's Exploratorium Museum in San Francisco. I mean, with the cooling and heating provided but recycled by water, they reduce the amount of energy needed to manage building temperature. They also take advantage of solar panels on the roof to provide energy for the building, so they avoid carbon emission. We have another museum, with the heat minimizing system, which they call it Grand Rapids Art Museum in USA, with green features like water recycling facilities, CO2 reduction technologies, and heat minimizing system. The museum's striking visuals also make it an attractively green building, offering distinctive angle and thoughtful interior design. Here we have Istanbul Architectural Museum. The museum located in the historical areas, which has which has many historical landmark building, including Topkapi Palace, Hagia Sophia, the Built Mosque, and Hagia Irini, among about 1,000 other incredible of architecture. So it's one of the most interesting location in Istanbul. Some fact about the Istanbul Archaeological Museum, as we can see in the map in the right hand. Museum consists of 3 museums: Archaeological Museum, Museum of the Ancient Orient, Museum of Islamic Art. The construction of the new Greek building was started in 1881. It hosts over 1 million objects that represent almost all of the eras and civilization in the world. Upon its 100th anniversary in 1991, the museum received the European Council Museum Award, particularly for the renovation made to the lower floor halls in the main buildings and the new displays in the other buildings. I mean, Istanbul Archaeological Museum has potential to become green by very small, some relatively small changes, modification. It has already has some strength, like it's located in the sustainable sites. Public transportation is available, material and resources are local material and sustainable building material. Through the windows, which we can see in the picture in the right hand, natural light can be provided easily, and the indoor environment has quality. So there is opportunity to add some modification, which I listed here, add more greenery and landscape in the outdoor space and hold some activity in outdoor, and provide solar energy is attainable in the roof. And also it's chance of green museum management and activities, innovation and energy and atmosphere. Hmm, I use many sources for this research. Thank you so much for your attention and time. Bye.